Hello, Seth. I'm Adam Roth, as you know, and we're here to talk about natural passages.
That sounds great.
Okay. So, tell me, what brought you to come to natural passages?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
I was doing Herb's shamanic workshops for a few years, which is sort of similar in certain aspects. And Jerry is the one I would always stay with coming up and before I would leave, and he's the one that convinced me to come last year. And here I am again. So
Okay. So,
that
besides Jerry's wonderful influence, what what within yourself said, I should be here. I want to show up for this.
I've never had any other form of male interaction, no positive role models or any kind of good father figure anyway.
Okay.
So something different.
That's what I was wondering. How is coming to natural passages different than that? And what's the support in being here?
Just people listening,
Hmm.
which is something else I never had. Being the youngest of 8, you get ignored quite a lot, talked over, interrupted, or just when they would listen, they would just say why it was stupid or other stuff like that. So
How's that different to sit in circle with us here?
well, people are quiet when I'm talking, which is interesting. And they're listening. They're actually listening to hear me.
Do you have, is there anything in an experience, something since you've been coming to natural passages that stands out for you? Something that's been yours?
Last June was my first sweat lodge experience ever.
Oh, wow.
Which was, it was still, I think it's still the most powerful experience I've ever had. There's just different reasons for that.
I was wondering what made it so powerful.
Well, for one thing, on the last round, I just hit a block when it was on my turn. I wasn't done, and I knew I wasn't done, but nothing was coming to me, and I did not want to hold up the process, so I passed it. And then the person right after me mentioned someone about their grandpa, and it hit me right away that it was supposed to be for my grandma. So when it came back all the way around, before Herb closed it, I actually asked to say more, which was huge in itself, because you know how little I would say.
That's a big change.
Mm-hmm. And then I just called to my grandma, who I never actually met physically. She died less than a month and a half before I was born. But she's always been watching over me. And I've always known that. I've always known she's close by.
I felt her in the lodge.
Yeah. She has saved my life many times. And leaving the lodge was one of the hardest balls that I've ever had. And then...
What does that mean?
Just crying uncontrollably.
Like that.
Just
big
bawling.
Emotional release. Wow.
It was huge, yes. And then when I stopped, I went over in the distance to relieve myself and found this. my little souvenir.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
One more. When you talk about bawling, having that kind of emotional release, what's that like in this group to be able to express emotion in that way? What about being here makes that happen?
What makes it happen? Just and it's just an overwhelming sense of support, which is bizarre in my experience.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to other men that are interested in coming to natural passages and trying to make a decision?
It would be depending on whether they want to work or not.
What do
If
you mean?
they want change and are willing to work for the change, then it's the best thing I've ever found.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.